This weekend of Premier League football has had many comebacks, and I'm going to go over all the comebacks that happened today on Saturday because, wow, I know the international break just ended, but the Premier League is right back, not missing a beat. We're going to look at all the comebacks that happened. I know my preview will be out Monday. Stay tuned for that, but I just got to get this video out because so much stuff happened. Starting with the first game of the weekend, really, and the first game back, Wolves versus Liverpool at the Molineux. And this was a fixture that saw Wolves take the lead after 7 minutes. Pedro Neto was cooking down the left-hand side. But ultimately, Liverpool grew into the game. They continued, playing better and better. Kwanzaa started, no Virgil van Dijk. Trent was also injured, so Gomez started. It was really like, McAllister got a yellow card very early. He was subbed off at halftime. Jones played the full 90. He did really well, I thought. Cody Gakpo got a goal before he was subbed off, and Salah got 2 assists, and he ended up getting the pass that led to Harvey Elliott's strike, which took a deflection and became effectively an own goal because it was going wide. Hugo Bueno scoring an own goal there. That game was absolutely electric. I was, I woke up early to watch it and got to see Liverpool get scored on first, and it was very, very kind of bittersweet. But at the end of the day, it was a good result. I think Liverpool has has proven themselves as being a resilient squad, at least in this current composition of them. But moving forward with the comebacks, the next one was Aston Villa versus Crystal Palace. This game was absolutely insane. I didn't get to watch. I was live watching Brighton versus Man United, but man, oh man, Edouard takes the lead in the 47th minute, and for a long stretch of the game, I'm like, wow, Crystal Palace is going to win this game 1-0. Roy Hodgson, unfortunately, is hospitalized at the moment. Been a kind of decent figure for Crystal Palace over the last 6 or 8 months in terms of, being able to capitalize on the kind of lack of desire within the squad and kind of turn around the ship. But this is a tough loss. John Duran scored in the 87th minute thanks to a Lucas Digne assist, and then Douglas Luiz got the winning goal in the 98th minute, and Leon Bailey scored in the 111th minute, or 101st minute, I should say. So Villa just at the death really just managed to, they had more possession throughout the whole game, but Palace, they got the goal that mattered, and then at the end, Villa just opened them up really, and Crystal Palace kind of capitulated. These are the lineups if you are so curious, but moving forward with this wasn't a comeback at all, but this was Gustavo Hamer scored in the 73rd minute. It was 0-0 for a long period of time. I was watching all the results as I was live for the Brighton Man United game, and I was like, dang, Tottenham's gonna lose. That's kind of crazy because they've been on such good form. And then Richarlison, who he broke out in tears during the international break while he was with Brazil, clearly going through some stuff, but he scored in the 98th minute to equalize. And then in the 100th minute, Dejan Kulishevsky scored the winner, and it was a hell of a strike. Credit to him there. But finally, the maybe least surprising, but also least enthralling of them, you have Man City's comeback against West Ham. West Ham, if we look at the stats here, had significantly less possession. When they scored, I think they had like 29 or 28% possession when James Ward-Prowse scored his header. And then right before halftime occurred, Jeremy Doku scored in the 46th minute via an assist by Julian Alvarez. He also got a second assist to Bernardo Silva in the 76th, and then Haaland scored in the 86th thanks to a Bernardo Silva assist. And you look at these stats, and there's no surprise. I mean, I was holding out hope that West Ham could, maybe get a draw with them once, Doku had scored. I was like, okay, maybe they could do something here, but nothing really came of it. West Ham, tough loss, but I'll give a quick summary of the league table. As right now, City is in first, wins out of 5, 15 points total, 11 goal difference. Tottenham second, 5 games played, 13 points, 8 goal difference. Liverpool technically joint second with Tottenham, 5 games played, 8 goal difference, and 13 points as well. And then you have Brighton, who have 5 points, or 5 games played as well, 12 points, and 8 goal difference. Arsenal and Everton and Nottingham Forest and Burnley have yet to play. But Arsenal could realistically go up to, I'd say, maybe 4th if they were to win, unless they win by they just absolutely thump Everton at Goodison. But I don't think that'll happen. So very interesting status of a lot of teams. Newcastle up to 11th after their 1-0 win against Brentford. I was just live for that. Kind of a, not the most entertaining game, but Newcastle, they ground out a result, and credit to them for that. We could see, Nottingham Forest could jump up in the table if they win against Burnley too. That's something to keep an eye out on. But, Bournemouth and Chelsea tomorrow, big game. Bournemouth wins that. They could, leapfrog Chelsea, go up to 14th place, and Chelsea would be honestly, they'd be kind of squabbling at that point down towards like 15th in the table, maybe even worse depending on how Everton get on, but I doubt it. But yeah, a lot of fixtures to kind of look at. Man United also, after their loss to Brighton, it's not looking too good for them. 5 games played, 6 points, negative four goal difference. They got smacked up by Brighton today. They never looked like they were going to win. And all in all, just the interesting start to the Premier League season. Interesting start to the weekend as well, coming off the international break. Comment down below. What are your thoughts of all the fixtures for this past Saturday, the opening game day of the game week 5 weekend for the 23-24 Premier League season? There's a lot of fixtures, a lot of comebacks, a lot to dissect and discuss. So sound off in the comments, like the video if you enjoyed. If you made it this far and you're not already subscribed, consider subscribing to the Sideline Sedo YouTube channel for all your Premier League, transfer, and general football content needs. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Sideline Sedo. Peace.